pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
Present.
Commissioner Henderson,
Present.
Commissioner Henry, Commissioner Isom,
Present.
Commissioner Kennard, Commissioner Singleton,
Present.
Commissioner Warren, Mayor Pro Tem Seats, Mayor Mohammed.
Yes.
You have a quorum.
This brings us to the approval of minutes, regular minutes, June 17, 2024. Budget hearing minutes, June 26, 2024. Is there a motion for the approval? Motion is made by Commissioner Henderson. Is there support?
Support.
It is supported by Commissioner Singleton. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Kennard,
No.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry, Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Mayor Mohammed.
Yes.
Motion carried.
This brings us to approval of accounts payable listing. Is there a motion for the approval?
Make a motion for approval.
Motion is made by Commissioner Isom. Is there support? It is supported by Commissioner Henderson. Is there discussion?
There were some additional questions that didn't get answered, and I'm asking for more and more detail on where the money is going and why it's going. And so, as everyone knows, you all get it, and somewhere along the line, I appreciate if you dig into it and maybe take one particular thing and follow it, so you'll know what's really going on. I'm in my no persuasion on this one because I didn't get a lot of answers from my questions.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Commissioner Kennard.
Well, I voted no. One of the reasons why is because in this past budget, I asked Ms. Hildebrand to bring me up to understanding of some of the finances and things that is going on, and requested from her, but I got an answer from the interim city manager. And I know her name is Hildebrand, his name is Alice Little. So I was looking to hear from the person that was responsible for the finance. So when I can't get an answer, that it makes me feel uncomfortable in voting yes for anything. I need to get a clear answer to sit down and talk with her direct. And I was told from him that he didn't know when she would ever get to me. So you can see why I voted no.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
No.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry,
No,
Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard,
No.
Mayor Mohammed.
Yes.
Motion carried.
This brings us to our citizens' comments or public participation. We have 3 minutes maximum per speaker. Please sign in with the city clerk.
Laura Freely.
Good evening, everyone. I'm kind of addressing the attendees as well as the board. I am Laura Freeling. I'm the Register of Deeds for the county. I wanted to talk to everyone about a new program that's in our office. It's called Property Alerts. I do have brochures up here for anyone who might want one. Property Alert is an email notification service for documents that are recorded in the Register of Deeds office. Of course, we record land records. If a person or an entity goes in and sets up a subscription, they put in their criteria, From that day forward, there's a daily comparison of records. And if information is met during that comparison, then they would receive a notification that something's been recorded in our office. So it will catch everything like discharge of mortgage or perhaps an easement. You know, if you're engaging in an easement with your neighbor and the neighbor's recording it, you would know when that got recorded. Also just any documents of interest. So it's a very good product, I believe. I would encourage every property owner to sign up for it. It is a free service to all property owners. If anyone has any questions, my number is on there. You can call and ask for me directly, and I'm happy to help anyone sign up for it or answer any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Shelley White.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shelley White. I'm Berrien County Treasurer. I am seeking re-election for my second term, August 6th of the primary election. A little bit of background about myself. I've been in the office since 2007. I initially started auditing homestead exemptions, those that are invalid. That in turn has generated millions of dollars for our local schools. In 2010, I became Chief Deputy Treasurer to my predecessor. And in 2020, I was appointed treasurer and then ultimately won the election that year. So I've been in the office for about 17 years now, a lot of knowledge now, a lot of experience going on there. My main focus is to help prevent foreclosure. The county does not want to take properties. We're there to collect taxes, not collect properties. So in turn, I try to help as much as I can, offer assistance to keep people in their homes, whether it be government funding, payment plans, or such. We do a lot of payment plans, I will say that. We try to educate the taxpayers on what that tax bill actually means. That tax bill is initiated by all of you here as a voter. You're the ones voting on the millages, school bonds, and such. When it comes to the county and becomes delinquent, that's when we start having problems. I have worked, I have gone to municipalities working with taxpayers. I've spent a number of times right here in this room helping a number of taxpayers in the city. And it's been very well received. And I want to continue doing that, working with the taxpayers. We want to keep you in your homes. We don't want them. They're costly. And let's keep them on the tax roll so that money stays here in the municipality with you. I have the support of all the local treasurers, many great banking officers, many municipal leaders as well, and many people in the community supporting me in my re-election here on August 6th. Again, I'm Shelley White, Berrien County Treasurer, and I would appreciate your vote on August 6th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nikisha Wright.
I'm Lakeisha. I tried to give y'all a break, that's why I come the last time. I basically came about the same issue. I didn't get a call back from, oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. But I came about the same issue. I haven't got a call back from the city manager, only the secretary, his secretary, sorry. She did come back, said they was working on it, but that was basically like a month ago. But nobody even reached back out to me, and I provided all that I could provide. Again, so I'm still waiting on that. But I also have I got my little my summer taxes in the mail, so I got a question about that. I feel like I'm paying double jeopardy almost, because I'm like, I'm getting taxes took out of my work check, and then I never looked at the taxes into detail. But you're paying city taxes on property taxes too. So y'all charging them $220 for city taxes, but you're taking a percentage out of each work check too. So it's like I'm almost paying double jeopardy when you come down to taxes. I brought my city taxes if y'all want from me. The paper that came in the mail today. Because me and my sister, we both like, wait a minute. I be paying taxes twice, but they take inspect them up. But so So yeah, I definitely got a question regarding that, but then also I do want to know about the feedback as far as the house on Wakanda that. Because the only issue is that Todd is saying is that Loyal didn't put the information in, but he's not granting me occupations. He said if I continue to work on the house, like he wouldn't stop me, but he would never give me approval to move in. So that's the problem. I will need that certification to move in the house. But nobody's giving me feedback on that. And then I also have the city tax question regarding like, when y'all take a little bill in the mail, it tell you what is all being charged for, and they say city. And I'm assuming that's city tax. So I'm like, I'm paying city taxes at work and I'm paying it for the house too. I just want to know.
So there's a tax administrator, city income tax administrator office that you can visit throughout the week. And they can give you a itemized breakdown of the difference between the city income tax and then the property tax, which is on the real property.
What I'm saying.
I don't want to get into a back and forth with
No,
you here because I'm not
trying to
staff.
understand. I'm not trying to understand it. That's what I'm saying. It says city.
So if you can come to the tax administrator office
That's what I'm.
or call, then
Okay.
they'll be able to help you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Spencer Nesbit.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I was expecting a standing ovation since it's been a while since I've been here. But, I have a couple comments. I've seen the city, it is showing some improvement. A lot of work is being done, the streets and things are being repaired, drainage systems and things are being put in. But my question I have right now is, what is the process for people putting things out, large equipment out on the lawn and to be picked up? And what is the code, the time frame that this supposed to be picked up in? Because I'm riding and I see a lot of things on the streets, but no signs from our inspectors or anything that's showing that they have looked at this stuff and say, hey, I got to give you time to pick it up. So I'm just curious because, the neighborhoods and things are looking better. But when you walk right through and see stuff on the streets, on the lawn, and it stays there for 3 or 4 weeks at a time before it's moved, that's not good. And I personally is not going to accept that in my neighborhood. I'm gonna make a phone call to whoever I have to do to make sure those things get moved, because people are putting a lot of money into their houses and things. So we need to make sure that this stuff gets moved. So I'd like to know what the process is and what is the code for moving it. And I'd like to say, Mayor, you're doing a great job, and I really like that. Thank you.
Robert Walker.
Hello, everyone. Let me start this off with, when I come here to talk to the commissioners and everybody else in here, I don't come here to disrespect nobody. Me talking passionately about something is my passion for something, Me and you walk in the room and we're holding a conversation and we had a debate going on. You're arguing your point, I'm arguing my point. When we walk back out, we still should be friends. Us having a different opinion doesn't mean that we have to be enemies. It's that we don't agree on that specific subject. That's first. Second, I don't know what's going on at this point. I'm still hanging around waiting for everything to come down, so I'm gonna be patient. And hopefully I'll get a full answer soon. But my main thing that I'll come down here today was let y'all know that, when I come here to see all y'all, I don't come here to disrespect y'all. I'm a very strong man. I'm very prideful. Respect is number one on my list. If I feel that I'm being disrespected, I'm going to act the same way in return. If I feel that you're giving respect, I'm going to give you the utmost respect. I am very, very prideful. Anybody that knows me knows that. And a lot of y'all up there, y'all been knowing me for years. And I'm not gonna back down from anyone or in any position. Will I disagree? Yeah, I may disagree, but I might just disagree if you take the time to show me the reason you made the decision that you made the decisions. Explain to me, enlighten me so that I'll have the right knowledge to say, okay, they made the right decision, instead of not giving me no information at all. To give me the correct information will allow me to act accordingly, instead of coming here bumping heads with you guys every other meeting. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all have a great day.
You as well.
Larry Brooks.
Good evening. Basically just came in to piggyback off of Mr. Nesbitt's comments concerning how items ought to be moved that's put out that's not presentable in your neighborhood, and it's an eyesore. And I mean, things sit out here for 3-4 weeks. I mean, make a phone call. I do say that the inspector did get on the job, and he did get back with me and let me know that he's looking into the situation. So that's all my concern was.
Thank you.
Marvin Haywood.
Good evening. I had an opportunity to view the budget hearing meeting, and it was a couple of things that was very troubling to me, because I noticed that y'all wanted to raise the city manager's pay. And I looked at the pay that y'all had in regards to the finance director, and I was just wondering, being that we have somebody that's getting paid quite a lot of money, which is Planet Moran, you know, like people say, they're not able to find out anything about these finances. In order to even run the city, you gotta know where the money's going. You know, that position's been vacant for a long time, and the same two people that had that position said the same thing. They could not get records from Planet Moran. And I'm trying to figure out, why is it that the people that's controlling the money can't be here to explain where the dollars are going? When we talk about a clear audit, you can only get a clean audit on the stuff that you gave. Were the records that was held at Planet Moran given to this auditor? We don't know. But when we talk about having a clean audit, and I know one thing, common sense don't cost a quarter. I don't need no college degree to see what's happening from a realistic perspective when it comes to the city of Benton Harbor. And looking at all of the things that's been going on, it's very troubling. You know, a lot of people come down here with questions about various things that they're trying to get done, but it's never a response. I've sent emails to various entities in the city and we never get a response. And I'm trying to figure out, why is this? Why is the information and the transparency, even with the site that you got going on? You know, we talk about the streets, these things that should have been getting done 20, 30 years ago. Even when you talk about inspections, all of this stuff should have been getting done 20 and 30 years ago. But you put the people in this city, the average individual makes $20-something thousand, and you want to give a city manager over $200,000? And I say that because I speak on this. How is it that you can have that kind of position for an individual that's not bringing in any finance to the city? Generally, when you have a city manager knows how to delegate, go bring into money into the city. Every time you turn around, they say that the city's broke. How could the city be broke? How would the city have to go and get funds out of another account to put in the general fund? We haven't had a city income tax meeting in years. It used to be a city income tax meeting. I remember when I attended a couple of them. Now we don't even have city income tax meeting. So where's this income tax money going? Just like the lady spoke on. We don't have a clue as to where this money going. And it's not that y'all have meetings to say, well, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. It's all a secret cloak going on in the city of Benton Harbor, you know. And people can say what they want to say. I see it for what it is. You know, I don't know how other people see it, but I see it from a realistic standpoint, because reality is reality, you know. And so a lot of people, they sleep on the fact that if you're talking about helping the inner city, ain't nothing happening in the inner city in 20 years. All kind of movement downtown, but nothing in the inner city.
Thank you, sir.
No more comments.
For the record, the Personnel and Finance Committee meets once a month, every third Wednesday of each month. So if you want to learn and really dig deep into the finances and the monies and where they're going, please get the facts. Just for the record, the city manager's salary is far from $200,000.
That's what the budget was asking for.
We let you speak.
Never wanted to answer.
No. We let you speak. citizens' comments is over.
Okay.
So just for the public consumption, the third Wednesday, personnel finance, learn
I got the
about
paperwork.
your money. So I'm gonna have to ask you to respect the meeting. We listen to you uninterrupted. We're asking for the same respect. This brings us to our consent calendar. Is there a motion to approve the consent calendar?
Support.
Motion is made by Commissioner Henderson, supported by Commissioner Singleton. Madam Clerk?
We have discussion on this.
Yes, ma'am. This item has been separated for discussion per third Ward Commissioner Henry. Is there a motion for the approval of the separated item?
Motion. What was the motion again?
The first motion was on the consent calendar. Commissioner Henry, by privilege, wants to separate it so we can discuss it. So I'm just reissuing or asking for a motion for the separated item, which is the same, but I just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion is made by Commissioner Singleton. Is it supported? Supported by Commissioner Warren. Is there discussion? Chair recognizes Commissioner Henry.
Staff's been talking about this project for a while, and this is the first time that we've actually seen some, information on it. So just from past conversation about this project, it seems like that it was something that we really needed to do. Take care of some houses, and most of them were burnt. That was the comment, that most of them were, fire damaged. And so with the listing here, how many is fire damage? And how many are private owned?
Chair recognizes Manager Little.
I don't know the number that are fire damage, but I didn't understand the second part. You said how many are what?
Private owned, not owned by the city or the county, but a person.
All but four.
All but four. So it's four of them that are private owned.
No. 3 are city owned and 1 county.
3 are city owned
1 county.
and 1 is county. And the rest of them belong to whom?
They belong to a number of different people. 12 of them belong to people with Benton Harbor addresses. The remainder are different states and localities.
Okay. And you discussed that you've had, conversations with, whoever the funding, someone in, I guess, community development block grant funding, that, this project was considered and approved.
Yes.
Okay. Let us just change the subject a little bit. Is any of these houses, can they be deconstructed?
Not to my knowledge.
They're all pretty bad off. They can't salvage the woodwork or,
I believe so.
okay, thank you.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Clark Griffin.
I asked these questions in an email and I did not get an answer again. So Commissioner Henry kind of asked a few of them, but I wanted to know, was any of the homes contaminated? And
since we only own 4 of them, what is the condition, so urgent that we are paying for privately owned homes, 23 out of 27?
Most of the homes, like most of the lots and other things we deal with, are privately owned. And this is going through the same process that I mentioned earlier. We take pictures of them. We do go through the legal process to do the citations, giving them a certain period of time to abate the problem there. And if they don't, then we do it and we'll wind up putting it on their tax rolls.
Okay, so we will get some of the money back.
We'll either get the money back or eventually perhaps the property.
Okay, so I also asked, are any of them contaminated?
That's the next step. I'm sure probably most of them are, but after the SHPO review, we'll be getting another resolution for the asbestos assessment. And then once we get those all done, we put specifications together and put them out for bid.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. So just for a quick crash course. So this first step is, what's the first step?
The first step here is to get the State Historic Preservation Office clearance that none of these have historical value and that we're able to go forward. I should mention, rather than assume that you were, these are being paid for with CDBG funds. HUD requires that prior to doing any demolition with their funds, that SHPO review is completed, also that asbestos assessment.
So at what point would the city council and the public be able to see pictures of what structures and what properties are going to be demolished?
When we're getting ready to put out the advertisement for bid, there'll be pictures of each house, the address of it, and all the information on it.
So this just begins
This is just the beginning.
process. And these are just total eyesores, and because I have gotten a lot of calls from property owners, homeowners saying this house next to my home is tore down, this is raccoon, this is a fire 5 years ago. When are you gonna do something with it? Is this?
This is part of the same process. As a matter of fact, I had directly contacted HUD 2 years ago about us going and trying to do those. They responded the same. SHPO review required first, asbestos review next. If it's in such a condition like a pile of trash and stuff, then where they can't actually do an asbestos review, it's automatically presumed to have asbestos in it, which means it now goes to a class 3 landfill where the cost of disposal is about 2.5 to 3 times more than if it didn't.
So 27 homes, I mean, that's not,
It's just the beginning.
but this is a start.
It's a start.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Singleton.
Was it, how did you pick the 27? Is that based on worst ones or?
Initially, we started with a list of 56 that was given to us 2 years ago. And when we got started to going through that, we found a variety of problems with that list, including that in some of those houses, people were still living in them. So we had them go back and go through these to look at them one by one and then provide us the information so we could start doing this and make sure that we're doing it properly. And this is the first group of 27 that we got back.
You know, we'll say that some of them I'm definitely familiar with. Has been in bad condition for a long time. You know, you hear folks speak about, the inner city and, you know, trying to clean it up and stuff. So I'm really glad to see that there is some movement to, begin to, address, you know, these, properties that's like that, you know, I mean, they don't do nothing but breed, like you say, raccoons, everything, and also, you know, crime and everything else. So I'm glad to see that there is a process to begin to deal with those issues. Thank you.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Clark Griffin.
Okay, so now that I'm looking at this list, I see the same home is down here twice. So it's actually 26 homes or 27, and was one of those supposed to be a different address? 811 Bus Avenue is down here twice.
See that, Mr. Manager?
I can only assume that's an error because it shows the same address, same owners and everything, so it's obviously 26.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Clark Griffin. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry, Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Mayor Mohammed.
Yes.
Motion carried.
This brings us to staff comments. I'd like to recognize the Deputy Director of Public Safety, Director Clark.
No comment.
The chair recognizes our City Clerk, Clerk Moore.
My office is just working on getting absentee ballots out, so those will be out in the next couple days, so you should see them by the end of the week.
Chair recognizes our City Manager, Mr. Little.
So I'll be brief and just say that I'm seeing people register concerns about something not happening right away. And for want of any better position, I just say I apologize for that, but I think everybody knows that from the beginning, when we had people talking about how many jobs, I had block grant and everything with it, Project T, Ox Creek, or at Wall Street, Riverfront, and whatever else going on. I still have all of that. Now I've got water and I've got public works and all of the rest. I'm doing the best I can to attend to all of them as best I can properly, and also to address the other issues also. And we'll continue to do the best I can to try to get your responses and solutions as quickly as I can.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Commissioner Kennard.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to say I thank all of you all for coming out tonight, but I'd like to put a special focus on getting this young lady, walk her through where she needs to go. She's a mother, she's got a family, and she needs assistance, and we should do everything we can to make sure she gets what she needs. The young man, Mr., I can't think of your name, sweetheart, Walker. He's been here time and time again trying to get answers. Now, it's enough for us here. It's 9 of us. We got to get on the ball. You all are young men. You all can get there and get answers for him. We were elected by the people. And when they have concerns, we're supposed to make sure that they get the answers to that. And it's no need of us sitting here for 4 years, warming up these seats and not getting things done. So I suggest that you all get on the ball and make sure that you walk them through and make sure that they get what they need. I'm just new coming on, and I'm ready to do anything I can to help them. And I want you all to do the same. Cause none of us here is no excuse taking care of city's business. That was my platform. Also, I want to say that I went away this past weekend, came back with some beautiful information. This is about farmers and urban growers. Got some beautiful information. USDA funded us to go and we got a chance to meet people from Mississippi, from Indiana, Ohio. They had just an array of people that were farmers. And I was amazed to see so many Black farmers, which were amazing to me. But it's also connecting kids. So I think that this is a beautiful thought that for us to bring back here to our community. And they got, I think, over $40 million that the city could grab onto in composting. We have a lot of leaves in the fall. If we get our street sweeper out and keep the streets clean, the leaves that fall have to be more cleaner than having a lot of rubbish mixed in it. And we can look into maybe doing something like that. And it's will help not having to take those things to the landfill. So let's look into that. Hopefully, it's up to you all to see that this will be something useful for our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Commissioner Clark Griffin.
Good evening. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. This Saturday, I had the honor to be a speaker at the Morton House. They celebrate their 175th birthday. It is the oldest building in Benton Harbor, built in 1849. So, you know, we had cake, ice cream, activities, freebies, game, fire truck. I want to thank the Benton Harbor Public Safety for being there, having activities for the kids. It was great, a great turnout. And upcoming 4th Ward, I have 2 more cleanups planned, one in July, one in August, and also the 3rd annual 4th Ward Resource Fair. Have a good night.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Henry.
I would just thank everyone for coming out, watching your government work or not work. I say for the citizens that stand in front of that podium and ask for any information, and we don't get it to them, for them to come back every 2 weeks, and they ask for the same thing, and we got it on YouTube. That's embarrassing. It's truly, truly, truly embarrassing. If it's not, it should be that they come every 2 weeks and we do nothing. We sit here and we nod our head like the little puppets. It's wrong. I don't know what we have to do. Do we need to write a memo? Understanding that when citizens ask for information, it's required for us to give it to them. Do you think we need to do a resolution for that? Or is that the Constitution? So, I hope your conscience really bothers you every time they come to that podium and ask for the same thing over and over. Thank you.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Warren.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. And we had our first second ward cleanup on the 22nd of June. There was only a few people that showed up, but it was a wonderful time, hot, but we got a lot done. And we're going to have another one either in August or September. I want the weather to be a little cooler. Last week, I took some youth to the farmer's market, and now they're learning about being subsistence farmers. It was really cool to go to the farmer's market. I encourage everyone to support the farmers and vendors there if you can. Only other comment I would say is we're going to have another second ward town hall meeting. That will probably also be in September. that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Commissioner Henderson.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. I'd just like to thank everyone who came out tonight, all of the residents and community members who spoke on tonight, just about the different issues and what's happening in our community. Thank you for those updates. I had an opportunity to participate with Locals Day of Impact at Charles Darbo Park, and there was a lot of work being done in that park that I don't think will enhance the experience for our residents who utilize that park on a regular basis. There was a lot of weeding and things done in that park to help beautify it before we do some other major renovations to it. And again, there is a lot of things happening in the city, like somebody mentioned. There has not been work like this done. They said 20 years, but it's been over 20 years. The work that is happening under the leadership and guidance of this commission and the staff of the city of Benton Harbor, who's worked really hard. The infrastructure work, the road work, that would have never happened as a result of the city income tax. That is probably what you're referring to in your field that you may have saw coming out of your taxes. But a lot of things that we've been able to do because of the ARPA funding and because of the city income tax that had not been done. 150-year-old infrastructure work that had never even thought about being done. Stuff cracking up under the sidewalks and under the roads that had never been addressed. And so we got the opportunity to be able to do that. And I say opportunity because it would not have gotten done and had not been done except for the leadership of the staff that you see and this particular commission. And so I would just say continue to be patient. There are changes happening in the city. Yes, there are roads and places that need to be cleaned. I'm really excited about these burned out, some of these burned out houses. Some of them are in my ward. And, people have been deceased in some of these homes that is on this particular list of 27. So I'm really excited to see those things being addressed and knocked down, because we have but some blight in our community related to homes that have been burnt out and dilapidated properties. And so to see those things get addressed, really excited about to help clean up our community. And so just thank you to the faithful that continue to come out and to continue to share what you want to see happen in your community. It is appreciated, and we do thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. The chair recognizes Commissioner Singleton.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. Thank everybody for coming out and voicing your concerns. I heard, seemed like Commissioner Kennard, she was looking at us.
I'm looking at all.
What she was saying, but each commissioner has, the same authority. We just one vote. We had the power to inquire. One can't do nothing. Make anything happen by themselves. When you do hear complaints, you do try to, if there's a certain ward commissioner or something, we hope that, they would address it, if not, at large, commissioners, I did, when I seen the young lady back here tonight, I was thinking that, she might have had a problem taken care of, but I guess not. And I did offer to meet with her tomorrow and see what I can assist her with, so each commissioner has the same authority. So, don't push it off on one commissioner. Each one of us has the same authority. So I have volunteered for that. So that's one of mine. But on another hand, public safety. There's some things going on there. As you see, the fire department was out during those hot days, and had some interaction with the kids. I think things are going well there to get that community and the department. The relationships, I think, are better now. So those happening. I had a chance to participate in a forum dealing with coming up with some strategies to deal with youth violence. After we get all the information, we'll probably be bringing that to the Public Safety Committee to begin to study that and hopefully come out with something good that we could use here. So it's, a busy job, on top of everything else you have to do for your, personal stuff. But we did sign up, each one of us, went out and campaigned, and we got elected. You swore in to uphold and do the best you can. So I make no excuses. I just try to work hard, and things take time, and just never give up, and just keep on, keep doing something until something happens. So nobody's just sitting around. I don't think ignoring things. Some things you can't touch, right away because of some other stuff, and it's unfortunate you can't, just put it out there, but you have, legal things to follow. So, but things are happening. I heard something going on in the neighborhoods, but I heard a lot of people complaining about not being able to drive through the neighborhoods because some things are happening. A lot of things are happening. I see some good sidewalks, good streets, people getting things done in their houses. And so, but we know a lot of times it's not enough, but we're going to do what we can.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Commissioner Ice.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. The Register of Deeds Freeling for coming out and giving us that information and all the comments. Good to see Mr. Brooks, my kite flying partner right there. He was out there taking the kite from his grandson. I appreciate you coming in tonight. Mr. Nesbitt, all the comments, and the young lady with the house. We do need to find a way to, finalize that. You need to be in your house. We want to keep our people here. I want you to not sitting here, sitting in your house with your feet kicked up because you worked all day, right? Even Mr. Walker, hope we can get something finished, finalized with you. So I'm sure the answers are out there, just need to be given to you. But, like I said, I always expect great things. And we do need the city income tax. I'm going to give an update of the city income tax, the Personnel and Finance Committee meeting, but we still need to put that board together back. Get them positions filled. I'm working with the clerk. We can start getting applications out there. I know it's different kind of positions. You got to be a owner of a business, something like that, different qualifications you have to have. But we do need to know where our money goes. I pay city income tax too. So I know we need to update and see how much money is coming in and coming out our check, see where the work that's being done. The Unified Civic Monument Project. The Unified Civic Monument Project is happening, two statues going up in two cities. Peace. See that? You hear the silence. That's peace. Peace. And that's what Martin Luther King fought for, peace, unity. And so the monument's going to be breaking ground. We should be starting construction on those in a couple of weeks. So look for that. Thank you, Ms. Kennard. You'll be proud of me. Last year I had a garden, had a bad crop of collard greens and turnip greens. This year, I picked my first ones and had a big old pot of collard greens. And I'm telling you, I'm learning now. Watch out now. The leaves about that big. Put a ham hock up in there.
I keep your point on it.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm learning. Hey, gotta feed our own. I appreciate that. I learned from you. I went to your garden a few times.
Okay.
Thank you for that. But go down Columbus Street, coming in from Ben Harbor to Township, the Pipestone. road is fixed, you gotta go over that hump, so things are happening in this city. No matter what people say is happening, you know, it's moving fast, you know, there's a lot of things going on. Set the monument, you get the city income tax, and I'm gonna say it's a great job that the clerk has been doing. Now she got a deputy, clerk been keeping us on task, thank you so much, and I have to make sure we send this back out there. It's time for her evaluation. We're gonna get her evaluation and see how well of a job she's been doing, and this whole city commission working together. I'm gonna use all my time tonight now. I'm gonna do this. It's the first time. I want to thank Commissioner Warren for let me help with the cleanup. When I started that going though, I wanted to keep going really, but she told me to stop. It was too hot. But I was on the road, man. I was picking up stuff. But she was the boss that day. But when she left, I still picked up. So, but we all do a little. Adds up to a lot. Thank you for listening. Expect great things.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
I don't know what he taking, but I need some of tonight. It was the collard green. I'm grateful for all of her tonight. Mr. Walker keep coming back. The young lady keeps coming back. Whoever keeps coming back, just keep coming back. I did pay for that couch to be moved. I paid for it, but you cannot police tenants. Tenants do what they want to do. The way the stipulations are with the tenants, if they put something on the lawn, they are to be cited and fined for what they've done. They have took full authority of a house. I can't babysit grown adults. Now, when other people have situations with their property that has not been corrected for years, nobody says anything, nobody has a complaint. But it has been rectified, so I do appreciate you coming. And I stepped up to the plate and paid for it out of my pocket and charged them for it, getting rid of the couch that they put in the yard. So I know what you're saying, Commissioner Henry, but that's not it. So what happens is when you have issues in the city of Ben Harbor, people expect stuff to be remedied real quick, and we do understand that. So we do need more bodies. We need more avenues to have people come out. We need more inspectors. We need more people who are doing what they're supposed to do in order to get the job done. You know, the most amazing thing to me is that we fight one another tooth and nail, but that never happens in the township. Township murder rate is more greater than any murder rate in the state of Michigan. Well, I'm talking about what the state police said. And I see nobody going out to the township meetings and having boycotts or anything else, or saying they're fighting for this or fighting for that. People still scared to go over the bridge and drive to St. Joe. I don't see nobody going to St. Joe meetings saying anything, but yet still they slap high fives and grab with other people that come from other communities and then treat black people like that. And then they have the nerve to say they fighting for black people. And they're the worst enemies of all black leadership I've ever seen in my life. People are literally out here saying that they've saved the city, they saved schools, they saved everything by themselves and didn't need not one vote from the city council, or not one vote from the school board, or any of that. And people actually believe that rhetoric. It's rhetoric. I mean, literally, it's rhetoric to say that you have done all this by yourself and did not need not one person. They cured the water crisis by themselves. They didn't need one vote to do anything. Matter of fact, they got your water bills paid without one vote. How in the world does this stuff happen so magically? I mean, I know Jesus can do it, but he can do it by himself, but he sure uses leadership to do some things. And I commend this board, this body, because even though we might not think we have power, but you do have power, you have power enough to vote. And then we say we're doing all this stuff, and then you look at the bills, accounts payable, and we pay for a lot of this stuff that's supposed to be volunteer work, you know. So what I'm saying is, come get in the game. Why don't y'all go on this side of the board? You probably can't do that because you got to be elected. But try it. If you can, try it. Just try it. Get on this side of the table. I appreciate Ms. Kennard. She's on this side of the table. She fought hard for years for what she fought for. She got on this side of the table. Get on this side of the table, make the decision, make it work. And if you don't live in the city of Benton Harbor, try living there for at least a year, and it might help you to do it. Because you can pay taxes just like everybody else. I think I'm one of the highest paying taxpayers on this board here. Why don't y'all research that and put that on Facebook? Thank you.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out, for your comments, your participation. I would ask that you review the city budget. It is online, which details property taxes for the proposed 2024-25 budget is detailed and outlined there, as well as the income tax. This is a little over 2 million, a little higher than the property tax. But all the numbers are there for those who would like to learn more about the budget. And that's www.bhcity.us. So you can get that information there. I do want to bring your attention to the city charter, where as elected officials, it spells out the powers that we have. And our powers are legislative in scope, not administrative. So the mayor, although it's an elected position and the charter says is executive head of the city, I'm not the administrator of the city. I don't deal with, or the commission. So we can't come down to City Hall and say, what's going on? Why ain't this getting done? Did you have that meeting? That's not within our powers. So we have to function on the basis of government. And this is a platform for people to come and express grievances, petition the government for certain things. So you're well within your right to do that. However, we do have to, as the city charter says, deal through the manager, do have powers of inquiry, but we do not have the powers to get involved and micromanage the day-to-day affairs. We would be out of compliance and in violation of the very oath that we took to protect and serve. Lot going on. We just completed the third park. We started with Union, and we moved to June Woods, Broadway Park. Now we just completed the Charles Yarborough Park. We will be seeing repairs for Gene Clark Park. We got $1 million grant to do Hall Park. And we're also in the process of, we've got money to do repairs and renovation, upgrades to the Bobo Brazil Center. So as the Mayor Pro Tem said, we have a very small staff. I believe we're just a little bit over maybe 65 employees to do work that a few years ago we had over 100 and I believe 30. But a lot has happened to the city. But we do intend to do better. The biggest room is the room for improvement. I went to a meeting on the river, about the riverfront. I had posted something about the former Chase Bank, and it was over, shared over 100 times. I was contacted by Facebook to see if I want to make money because there was so much traffic on that particular, but when I went to the meeting to learn and for the residents and for the people to be involved, I believe it was 2 voters. And it was mostly people who don't even live here at the meeting. So I'm asking you to stay on top of the things that really matter to you, but don't come only when you got a problem. We need you here fighting just as active to make things move and shape, and help to move the city forward. So is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Mayor Pro Tem Seeks and supported by, is that Commissioner Henry?
Yes.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
Yeah.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Think about voting no. Yes.
Commissioner Warren, Mayor Pro Tem Seats,
Yeah.
Mayor Mohammed,
Yes,
motion carried.
got you out by 8 o'clock.
That's all right.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Commissioner,